Can you find the sound? Hi, you guys. Good morning. We're a little early today. Yes, we are. We're a little early today. Yes. In the realness of life, I have a. Good morning, James Dahl. I'm a little early this morning. I have a 9 o'clock appointment this morning at that the place that I work, and it's a training thing. They're going to teach me stuff about the computer systems and all of that. So I kind of have to go pretty quickly to that. So I thought I'd come on early this morning and do an 8 o'clock instead of a 9. And but don't get used to it. This is not my best time of day. Of course, that's a story. That's not true. I make that up. We were just talking about a minute ago. Hi, you guys. Welcome. We were just talking about the truth. And what is the truth? And it's interesting. It's a word we throw around like a sword. And you know, we have made up, generally, what we think is the truth in a big way. In a big way. People have written truths in books, what they call truths, and called them religious truths, and we've gone to war over them. This is the way life should be, and we've gone to war over those truths. And they're not the truth, they're perception. So, but bringing it down to a personal, where it really matters for you, James Donald, and for me, is who am I? And I think that in this life, hi Jason, in this life, for the most part, lots of people that I meet who are kind of new to self-discovery or new to self-examination just say, well, this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm a whatever. And they believe it's true. And lots of times it's about their accomplishments in life, or that they're a father, or that they're a mother, or some relationship, a husband or a wife. This is who I am, and they're very. Don't tell me I'm not. Well, the thing begins to shift. We say, well, are you your body? Well, yeah, I am. So are you your body, or is this just your body? If you cut off a hand, are you still here? Hi, Peter Gordon. Hi, buddy. So we're not our bodies. We recognize, okay, I guess I'm not my body. My body is a vehicle, and I get to live in it. And then the realization begins that I'm not my story. I'm not, all of the things that we believe that we were, we start to let go of. Oh my gosh. Well, if I'm not, a white guy from Canada, who am I? Oh, and we start to let go. And then there's a resistance to letting go, because we've been somewhat comfortable in the identity, even though it was limiting. And then, we meet a teacher who promises us, if we begin to let go of our identity, we can begin to let go, we can begin to live in our full potential. We can actually be in the moment, because our identity has kept us out of the moment. Our story has kept us out of the moment. And Now, it doesn't mean that we don't continue to be a husband or a father, but without attachment, without exclusivity, without. So the truth is that it's, for many of us, it's impossible to differentiate the truth from the false. That's the truth. We can't tell the truth. It's funny, I didn't know it was going to come that way, but the truth is we don't know the truth. And then for some of us, we begin to get pieces of that and we say, okay, well, what is the truth? And the deeper we go into that, the deeper we travel into that, we begin to realize that we don't know. And then a faith, if you will, comes, a faith that life is unfolding. It truly is unfolding. And we can be on the cusp of it. We can be on the cusp of it. We can be on the leading edge of it. And we can be in it. We can live it as opposed to thinking about living it. We can live it. So, I'm not my fortune. If I lose my money, am I still okay? Of course I'm still okay. If I lose a part of my body, am I still fine? Of course I'm still fine, in whatever form is left. So recognize that we're not those things. And that brings us then into this moment. Into what am I? Who am I? And the deeper we go into that question, the more we can let go of the story, of the illusion. And fear often keeps us in the illusion. Fear that we won't know who we are. Who will I be if I'm not father, brother, mother, sister? And that's the question. Who will you be? And eventually, the possibility is to be empty and filled up with each moment, filled up with God, filled up with Brahman. I was listening to Mooji this morning, and there's many names for it, many stories about it, and it is the emptiness that we are. Okay, that's enough of that. Enjoy. What's the date? The 17th? Is it? Okay. Yes. Hi, Ravi. Mr. Noble, hi. Nice to see you. Justin Miller. Awesome. So we're an hour early this morning because of I have to go and do a little training. I don't have to. I want to. I'm enjoying the journey. It's fun not knowing. It really is fun not planning. Loosely planning, but not being attached to plans is amazing. To trust in each moment that life is love, that life is safe. Thanks, Peter. That's good. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? To know that we don't know. It's a beautiful place. Okay, the 17th. So I read from this little book every day. Okay. Love you, Peter. Love you. We will cross paths again. I'm certain. Okay, thought for the day. We in AA have the privilege of living two lives in one lifetime. one life of drunkenness, failure, and defeat. Yes. Then through the 12 steps, another life of sobriety, peace of mind, and usefulness. We who have recovered our sobriety are modern miracles. Amen. And we're living in borrowed time. And we're living on borrowed time. Yes, because there is no time. Love you too. Some of us might have been dead long ago, but we've been given another chance to live. I love his little thought for the day. Do I owe a debt of gratitude to the 12 steps or AA that I can never repay as long as I live? Yes. Yeah. You know, oh, that's a whole other story. We won't go down that pipe. There are many spiritual teachings, many spiritual teachers, and and most of them that I've followed lead to ultimately to freedom. Freedom from, even freedom from belief. Because belief gets us so far, but we step to onto a new shore, a shore of that's not belief, that's actually knowing, and we become one with the experience. It's not something we've read about. It's not something that we've studied. Even though we may have studied it, we may have read about it. It becomes integrated in each moment, and you know we live it. So I love the teaching of the 12 steps, because that's what it does. It ultimately, not that everybody goes all the way with it, you know, and really experiences the full benefits of that. But ultimately, it leads to absolute freedom, to living moment to moment in our intuition, in a God consciousness, we call it. And it's pretty beautiful. Meditation for the day. Thinking about God in love and worship drives away evil. So now, some of these words are like, I'm reading a book from 1954, and we could spend days talking about the word evil, you know, because I personally believe that there's really no such thing. But what do I know? I think that we're not dealing with it. It's a word. It's a concept. And we will talk about it. Not today. It's a concept. Thinking about God in love and worship drives away evil. It is the thought before which the hosts of evil flee. The thought of a power greater than yourself is the call for a lifeline to rescue you from temptation. The thought of God banishes loneliness, dispels gloom. It summons help to conquer your faults. Think of God as often as possible. Use the thought prayerfully and purposefully. It will carry your thoughts away from material things and toward the spiritual things that make life worthwhile. Nice. That's the meditation for the day. And the prayer for the day, I pray that I may think of God often. I pray that I may rest in peace at the thought of his love and care. Hey, Sky. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. So, that's the... so, I've been reading for a month and a half now or so. May and June. This little book called the 24-hour day book every morning, usually at 9 o'clock. This morning we start a little early, but every morning. So join me every day. It's usually at 9, give or take a few minutes, but this morning we're a little early because I'm off to an appointment. So I love you guys, and remember, don't take anything too seriously. Life is a bit of an illusion. We're just passing through. Don't take it too seriously. Don't get too attached to your idea. Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. Okay. Love you. Rule 62. What is Rule 62? Jason says Rule 62. Don't take life too seriously. Have fun. Be here now. Jason, you'll have to tell me. Private message me. I've heard it, Rule 62, but I forget what it is. I know that 42 is the answer to the question of the universe. Oh, Rule 62, don't take yourself too seriously. That's it. Thanks. Thanks, Guy. You have a good day, too. Okay, I got to go. Love you guys. Have a super, super wonderful day. Just be. Experience the moment. Yes. The neat thing about prayer is it brings us into the moment. That's where we meet with this universal intelligence. That's the beauty of prayer. Remember, God is not separate from you. Okay, cheers. Love you lots.